that that Cobra is. You better. Elevates what he established in the beginning. Yes! Oh my god. It's Jess, your go-to global D.League commentator. We're here taking a look at the vibe block of D.League Round 3. I'm always excited to look at these. The matchups are always super fun. I would say hype was wild work. So I'm expecting some really, really fun exchanges to happen here. We got some special performers to look forward to, some bingo to be had. Oh, it's gonna be great. If you are new here, I'm Jess. I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we take a look at dance together in many facets. This is D.League, the professional dance league based in Japan, where the caliber is high, tensions run deep, and style always wins out. So I'm ready. I hope you are. Let's go.
On the blue corner, Valuance Infinities.
If I remembered right, Jen, I think, special performing with Valuance today. How fun. Oh, I love the fan club in the back. It's cute.
The ace performer,
Lon! That's a really fun bomber. Seiya. We got a couple of Seiyas in the league. Now, Masa. Kane. He goes. Micah. Ren. Jen. He said. Ooh. Exciting stuff. He's so just chill compared to what we remember of Valuance whenever they would just come out. They had some of the most creative, what are we doing, with the smoke. It looks like we don't have that. They probably, I wonder if they took that out to make it more efficient. No idea. Was it a hazard? I don't know.
Valuance Infinities 現在4位。今シーズンはジャッジからテクニック、コレオ、エースが高評価。このチーム、ヒップホップとブレイキンを今まで武器にしていましたが、昨シーズンあたりからハウスも武器に、そして今回ポッピンも入れ込んできた。
I'm interested in how they're going to be using Jin in this today.
さあ、バリエンスインフィニティーズのネオクラシックポッピンを取り入れた新たなクラシッカルな世界を生んでいく。
Versus Quants. Quants hasn't quite found their footing yet. Their technique is phenomenal. It is hard to calibrate it to the stage in the other categories, so I'm intrigued. Naoto. Jinzo. We got the sparkles in the hair we love. Nachi. Mitsuyoshi. Yusei Misuniwa. Tomoya, but it's TMY. Tomoya. Gory King! How fun! Tamaki. Super fun. They're going cheers, 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 cheers.
今シーズンより参戦のこのチーム、初勝利をここで掴んでいきたい。得意とするのはアニメーションとポッピングスタイル。今回対するバリエンスインフィニティズがポッピンを使用してくるということで、ここはぶちかましたいところ。シンクロではこちらのチームが優勢です。これまでのジャッジのポイント。
そうですね。でもここ入って参戦してからこのアニメーションとポップで筋通ってるんで、この3回戦でかっこいいところ見れるんじゃないかなと思います。
アニメーションとポッピングどのようになっていくか。
I forget. They said into their waves. That's probably why I have a soft spot for quads. Yes, we want them to properly win their categories, just like Benefit One Monolith did yesterday. But we want them to grow. But I got a soft spot for waves. I love wave representation in these spaces. So you guys told me that our usual guy is in LA right now, so obviously he's not here. Which I get. Okay. Fighting. Let's go. Value wins infinities. 7, 6. We're looking. We're ready. Here we go. Remember, categories to get looked at. Audience votes, technique, choreography, ace, and synchro. Oh! What a fun way of risk-taking on a synchro. We're like going Electric Boogaloo influence, aren't we? Wow, come on, versatility of the team. This is low-key like Valuance is saying, yo, Quants, we're gonna beat you at your own game. But this is more of an old school perspective compared to Quants' animation heavy style. This is cool. Nice. I got that synchro out the gate, which was smart. I went in the house. Oh my god, that was fast. Yes, 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 yes. Sidewalks, nice. Into the add-on, really cool. They're very competitive on staging. Ooh, the trade-offs are sick. Nice. So we all shared. Nice! You better use Jin. He said he vibrated through that Cobra. Stop it. That was cool! Wow! Absolutely gave boss man energy. That was awesome. Wow, so we're going a little bit simpler on the lighting, but we're chasing spotlights. It's kind of what it gives an impression. Reversal was sick there. Accent was nice there. Entertaining, my god. Nice. Yeah, the knocks are cool. Energy down is really nice with the reaches. Thank you!
Thank you! Value is
Infinity. Whoa, well done. They did a really good job. It is risky to do that, but also they are so conditioned on the D.League format. They really set it up to make it hard for Quants, based on how Quants has shown themselves thus far in the league. They are so good in technique, but they did very good on the old school side. They have to beef up their staging. Ugh, it's gonna be so hard. Man, I like rooting for teams. I want it to be a competitive season where you really can't guess who's going to be in that top section. You know what I mean? That's a good competitive season. Alright. Their fabric is going to allow us to pick up on what they're doing a little bit better, which is cool. It's like the single clap.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. M&A Soken Quads.
Initialize locking. Code accepted. Coding up.
Controlling. Come on now. Staging already significantly better. This is filthy. You have to remember though, our judges are like in the middle of the freaking stadium. All of that is so subtle. Technique is gorgeous. We're basic on our pocket though. Nice. We are predictable in our musicality. Whenever you're hearing a sound, that was sick. Nice. Ooh. They're gonna have to beef up. There it is, there it is. Gosh. So fun. Wow. With a BPM change. I think their synchro is going to be competitive against Valuance. It should. Valuance risk took it. Yeah! Look how filthy that Cobra is. You better. Woo! Did you see it? God, I love it. Yes! Use the shoulder blades. I would say Valuance pretty strong on taking choreo. Technique, Valuance had variety, and that's the key difference on this. I would say that was the case with Cyber Agent yesterday, is they had variety. Even though they locked in on the locking. Was it them? No, it was Dip Battles. I'm so sorry. It was Dip versus Let's Sex. It very much feels like that kind of format today in this matchup. Ooh, and we reverse it. That was cool. That was cool! Thank you! Soken Quants. That was really nice. Okay, I would say technique. Variety, I think, does play a role to a certain degree if both showed high levels of completion and competency of craft. Variety of complexity. Soken is so freaking complex on technique. It is amazing, but we have the best seat in the house. We do not get to see from how our judges get to see it, and that can influence how things look. Choreography, I would say I'm gonna say it's gonna be a solid Valuance on choreography. For Ace, it's always a toss-up. That's how it was yesterday in the hype round. For me, I'm gonna pick my people based and try to be consistent for myself. Oh, yeah, let me do this too. What I normally look for in technique is going to be the actual styles that are represented, how authentic through the posture and difficulty or basic foundation that you have. From there, how do you build it creatively? How do you have yourself as an artist within that? And that's through the brand of the team, essentially, right? And both teams do a pretty good job on that. For choreography, I incorporate lighting and staging, formations, and overall composition of how you frame the movement that you're doing, right? And so hybrid teams like Avex and Scream should do pretty well on that, and Lifeful. Because even though they're hybrid in the different styles they choose to go about, in comparison to, let's say, Cyber Agent, where they're very, very clear on what styles they do, they frame it very successfully. I would say for Ace, it's a toss-up. For me, I go off of who in context gets in and out of the Ace in a way that continues whatever storyline, whatever concept they're going with. That is risky business here. Synchro, complexity, difficulty, right? And also, you got to be clean. You got to be the exact same across the board. Valuance really, really took a risk because it's hard to tell compared to Soak and Quants. I would vote Soak and Quants for Synchro because of difficulty. But I really appreciate the creativity and the risk-taking of Valuance for Synchro. For Ace, love the mess out of the Ace on Valuance. I am worried that Quants, their techniques are so subtle and minute. They're beautiful to look at from our vantage point, but really are hard to catch in this space. I have no idea, though. That would be something I would ask. I freaking love it, though. They also have one of the hardest point choreographies, if you think about it. It's because they're doing this, and then they do this, and then they do this at the end. Yeah, God, it's like, it's gorgeous, right? Okay, so to lock in my personal votes, I'd say with audience, Valuance has a bigger fan base because they've just been in the league longer. However, the more you get an audience involved, I'm going to use Benefit One and Scream from yesterday as an example. Scream did not shut out the audience vote like people were expecting, and I think part of it is a lot of people are really rooting for Benefit One Monolise because they hadn't won a match in Lord knows how long, and they had such an unfortunate result from last round that didn't really correspond to the degree of routine that they brought. So I think part of it was there were people that were really wanting to support Benefit One in that sense. There's subjectiveness that goes into audience voting. It always will be. And as well as in judging, especially if you don't have everybody trained on the same way of looking at the criteria. If you're just going off of your personal experiences, you're gonna get discrepancies every round, which is what we're kind of seeing here, which it is what it is, right? We literally pick our battles here. So for audience, it can swing. There may be audience that really wants to root for Quants because of they're new and they want them to be successful, or they're like, I'll vote for any team except for Valuance, because there's people like that too. And then there's people who are diehard Valuance fans, or if Valuance rolled on the floor and just sat there, they would vote for them too. Like, there's beauty in diehard fans, and there's beauty in it all, right? So I really don't know about that. For technique, I'm gonna lock in Valuance because they had popping, they had house, they had breaking, and of course, and I really appreciated the nope, that's in choreography. Technique in that sense, and I think they supplemented enough for variety of style compared to Quants, because it is a comparison game. Quants is a subtlety and really like double downing in the singular style. Yes, it was dynamic and texturized and varied within how you choose to go about showcasing the techniques, but the overall, style that they were doing was heavy animation, heavy waving. And a lot of people don't separate waving from the popping genre of movement. For choreography, I would go Valuance because of the partnering, the creativity in their setups, and the usage of the spotlight. Quants had very basic timings that they were choosing to go about within their technique, and I think that also didn't supplement enough compared to the variety that Valuance brought. For Ace, it's always a preference. For me, I preferenced Valuance because they were able to really showcase the difficulty of breaking that wasn't showcased as much in comparison to Quants, where normally your Ace is like your best player within the concept or within the choreography, and it should have this really standout moment. It really meshed well within the set, but it didn't quite match in terms of difficulty and really made it its own unique quality and focal point in comparison to Valuance. And then for synchronicity, I am going to lean Quants for that one because it was very clear to see what they were doing. They had high complexity, and then with Valuance, they just took a huge risk, and I don't know how judges measure synchro whenever you actually combine like that. Same case whenever we saw Katakawa last season, whenever they moved and traveled and they used levels on tables. So, okay. pretty much it. Let's go ahead and see what the results are.
コーナーのバリエンスインフィニティーズか、レッドコーナーの M&A 双剣クオンツか。それではジャッジの結果を見ていきましょう。配信たちブルーが優勢。会場ジャッジはレッド。
Look at that!
テクニックはブルーが取っている。コレオグラフィー
Wow! Whoa! An exact tie for ace. Oh my god! Wow! Quads won! Wow! Let's look at these results though. Wow! I am very surprised that Quant's got choreography. It just, you know, it makes you continue to ask the questions, what is being measured in choreo? Based on what I look at for choreography, you already heard my whole spiel. So, wow. Okay, your panel, I think, matters because of how they perceive these categories, which is why I always promote, have a meeting. I don't even know if they do. Maybe they do. I don't know. Wow. Hey, look at them getting an online pool. Here's the thing. We got a fantastic seat in the house to see how filthy their movement is, right? Wow. So Valuance, their plan backfired is what it looks like. Ooh. Wow. Valuance is tough, too. Valuance took heavy technique. But it was the choreo and synchro. Yeah, synchro, okay. I understand. Okay. And then ace, right down in the freaking middle. That's like a tie. I don't think we've had like a to the 100th tie. But also, it's based on the quantity of who's judging that. Wow. We had our preferences today. Wow. Jin, it was so nice to see you here. I normally see him on lineup, so this was a nice little delight. Wow. I mean, well done, guys. That's cool. Very curious about, like, they finally got their staging nice and clean. It was just a last round. They would have gotten docked on lack of variety because that's what I was noticing. We were noticing that in round 2, right? So, oh man, kind of feels like, should we just play the guessing game on which one we're not going to understand? Choreography's that for this round. That's life. Let's go ahead and go to match 2.
Coming up on stage. On the blue corner, Focused Racer.
Pause. How many Twigs family do we have here today? I'm going to say 5. 5 out of 8 are going to have Twigs in their name. Yes, I know there's a couple of them that are Twigs. We're going to be like, whoever has Twigs in their name, I'm going to say 5. Here we go. Here we go. There should be 3 that don't. Ready versus Leifel. Leifel had a very successful last round. We love it. I hope they have a successful season so they get sponsored again. Like, do you see where the judges like, that's where the judges are. Okay. Louis, you're cool. You're cool. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Not doing so hot yet. Thank God. Tiny Twigs! And he doesn't look tiny at all. Oh. I don't think it's looking good for me, guys. Oh my God. It's okay. We'll get him next time. So I guess I should have reversed what I said, huh? Infinity Twig. Wild Twig. So it's 4 and 4. Man, I am curious about their set. Which, side note, I think I've been able to figure out a way to know, oh, they're tone setting. We love it. We figured out a way to get what the synopsis of each routine is gonna be about. translated. So stay tuned for that to round 4. We'll see if we can make it happen. And that's at this point, like when they're like going through, that's what I'll be talking about. It's like, okay, here's what the synopsis is. Da 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 da. What they're good at crop technique, but also they beefed up their lineup to be more versatile in staging and in overall choreography.
勢いに乗っているフルキャストレーザーズ、アドレナリンで勝利をもぎ取ることができるのか。
Da, da, da. Versus Life Full of Rhythm.
Life Full of Rhythm.
Come on, drone. Oh, we're excited for this one. How fun! Kino, come on with the curls. The umbrella's adorable. Chihiro. Smell the flowers. Momo Peach. Cute. Colleen. Go, go, go. Cute. Luna? She's adorable. I love. Oh, that'll be fun. This is a huge risk if she keeps that on for synchro. Because she is significantly more restricted in a fit like that. Not only that, the type of fabric you're dealing with is all connected compared to everybody else's outfits. Easter came early, we're here. So let's take a guess of what we think it's about. Umbrellas, cute. And they have a little Beetlejuice vibe to them because of how they swim up, like the little Tim Burton little pool there, right? I love the top hat. It's cute. Not a top hat, but like a cute little hat. I love everybody there in the audience. Not in the audience, like our D.League pool of people not competing. It is, I like the fact that they're there. I think it's fun. But also, it does give the impression that it feels like you're being watched all the time, right? Whew, here we go. Ooh. Does look like we're gonna go pretty abstract in our choices on full cast side, which I actually don't mind since they're going up against a team like Lightful. He has more confidence today. I like it, I like it. Full cast razors.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full cast razors.
Parkour. We're watching. Oh! That was cool. It reminds me of a Septini Rapture set from 2 years ago. I love it though. I love it. If you got, okay. Yeah! Okay, okay. just taking each other out. Okay. But also mixing with the stool. Nice little cartwheel that we've seen. Was it Katakawa set that with Kello? He's done something with a stool. No, that was just a chair. My bad. That's cool. Nice. The green's a nice touch to this. Okay. It does give the impression we are using some fun combos. That was nice. Oof. Oof. Nice. Cool. That was cool. Okay. That was, I actually don't mind a synchro section like that. Okay. Look at that fan base. Thank you! That's so cute. I'm assuming the full cast razors, they have people with light sticks, which I love. Also, shout out to the audience for the fact that it's like we have our league split in half, yet it still feels like we got a lot of people there supporting. So I'm glad that the move to a bigger venue is great. And also it looks like D.League's channel is getting more subs. I think by the end of the season they'll be hitting 100,000. Which I hope they do. Like, I love this league a lot. Even though there's a lot of areas to grow in, there's a lot of things we touch on, you know. There's different politics depending on the year. I really, really like, though. Oh, look at Benefit 1, our victors of yesterday. But a full cast set, I'm not going to say it's safe. It wasn't safe. It had a lot of combos, right? Combos were cool. Great syncopation. Great difficulty. It looked like we were taking each other out with these shots, right? Usage of the green was really smart. The synchro section, a lot of opportunity for Lifeful there, but Lifeful, they have an interesting costume situation here. Lifeful Algorithm. I don't know. This one's gonna be interesting. Where's our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6? Are we waiting? There we are.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Playful alt rhythm.
Going every other with the umbrellas is really smart. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to get a mascot outfit wet in the rain like a regular outfit. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, wow. There it is. That's gonna help him there. Really? Wow. God, that was risky. In a different way than Valuance's was. They had a freaking prop. Props are so tricky. Missed the spotlight just a smidge, but we're making it work. Love it. I like the little addition of the lighting there. Wow, Ace was nice. Aces are always tricky. Look at them. Oh, so cute. I can see life will take choreography. Maybe I should stop saying that because there's a really high chance, come on now, that I may not be on the same page as our judges for this round for some of these categories, and that's okay. That's life. It'd be the same way if I was judging and they were sitting here. It is what it is. Really good staging. With the sun. Thank you!
Thank you!
Life alt rhythm. Ooh, tough stuff. Okay. We're gonna let this play and I'll try to keep my thoughts just centered to this. Oh man. Okay, if we're looking at audience, never really know. You can have some people vote for Lifeful because they really want Lifeful to stay successful. Full cast, we got a win with full cast, which we were really happy about. That was a very competitive set from Lifeful. Technique, we had variety, which that doesn't really quite matter. Full cast could take technique because of the complexity they brought that with what they did, because that's what happened with quads. Don't project, just stay on task for yourself. Okay. Audience, it is what it is. For technique, I appreciated the variety on Lifeful, and they also had complexity, so I'll keep that. For choreography, loves Lifeful's perspective on that as well, because of the usage of props and also the functionality of them was really smart. Synchro, we got an interesting angle on Lifeful's, which is why I'm curious about what did it look like from the front? Because from my vantage point, it looked like it was clean, but there could have been a mistake that happened, right? Full cast, the synchro was super simple. I loved it though because it matched the context of what their set was about. That was cool. Getting into Ace, I liked that. That was cool. Love that. I would vote for full cast for Ace, Lifeful for synchro, Lifeful choreo, and Lifeful technique. But not large margin. Like, that was so cute. A lot of these routines are reminding me of the types of joys of the 23-24 season. Yeah, because this is 25-26 season. It's my third season. Yeah. And we missed the spotlight just a little bit there. It's unfortunate, but you still got to see everything. And I don't think that's going to cost her or anything. But okay, that's what I'm going to lock in. Let's go ahead and look. Yes, they have whacking and camel locking in this as well. So I like the versatility and I like the staging a lot for it. So I guess based on my categories, I can see Life will take the win. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm noticing here in this round specifically, are these matchups of the vibe block. Technique is going off of refinement on like the two that have won so far. They stuck their guns to a style, right? And they like made the most of that style because quads was animation waving, and then with full cast was crump. Lifeful had multiple and variety. Valuance had multiple and variety, and they got swamped, both of them. I think I'm more accurate on Synchro and Ace today than I was yesterday. God, this is so interesting. And that also should beg the question, too, for being a professional dance league. There are competition circuits that are, you know, like Hip Hop International, WAD, WDCC. But I know with WDCC and HHI specifically, they train their judges to look at the categories the way that the rules and regulations of said categories are done. And based on our conditioning of how we perceive those types of competitions, we would assume that the same should be reflected here because it's a professional dance league and you want to make sure that things are consistent. The format and how they're, you know, pushing on the live stream and how they have everything set up visually is consistent. They're more efficient. All that's great. We need to have more efficiency in how we go about the judging. I'm not saying it needs to be XYZ this way. No, I'm saying that our judges need to be on the same page on what they're voting for every single round. So if you switch them out every round, you're still going to have, okay, this is what judges are going to look for on your choreography. This is what your judges are going to look for technique. And it needs to stay that way. So it actually sets the teams up for more success versus more questions. Because I'm left with more questions every round that I can't get answered because we do not have the judge feedback videos like we did back in the 23-24 season. I'm still mourning the loss of that, but I digress. I love that we have teams win. Full cast. Come on now. We're winning. We're getting blessed. Lifeful had a fantastic set. I can't, but I as an individual wouldn't be able to justify a full cast win on the categories that they won in comparison to my justification for Lifeful. And that's life. And that's why I'm in this position. That's why you guys were living it up the way that we are. And that's fine. Let's go ahead and move on to match number 3.
Coming up on stage.
On the blue corner, Kadokawa Dreams.
Okay, this one will be interesting because both of them hybrid their styles that they go about on a set. And based on what we've seen in the first 2 matchups, so that technique's going to be up in the air.
Hinata.
Tis the season. Oh, I love that. I bet it has nothing to do with the outfit. I think that would make it even funnier. Raizu. Raizu's name reminds me of a Pokemon, like Raichu. It's a fun vibe. TSY. Rinta. Oh, he said, who needs a camera? Bah. Ooh, Kello. Is it the Elves' Revenge? Anju! With the little writing. My gut says it's just for fun. Okay, we're taking the jackets off. We're ready. I love the fact that they wore Santa hats as they came on. I think one of the focal point choreos, I really like the guada guada that they do in this. It's just a fun move, and they do it very well. 1, 2, 3, Kadokawa Dreams. Know how we do it?
On the red corner,
Kind of looks like a spider, doesn't it? Can do. Taki, Roomba. Oh, he's repping Kadokawa as well, is what he did. Hinata. Cody. Takara.
とても気合入ってますし、今の状況を楽しんでます。
Mess with the squad and get closer to God, closer to God. Hey, yo, y'all still think we playing? Y'all still think we playing? There's a difference between acting hard and knowing that you are, and knowing that you are.
Sega Sammy looks.
今シーズンの初勝利をつかみたいセガサミールクス。ラウンド3のメンバーはこちら。そしてエースには今回のスタイルには彼しかいないという理由からコーディを起用。そんなコーディさんからは小道具を使ってのエースなのでそこに注目してくださいという言葉をいただきました。自他ともに認める強豪ですが今回は勝ちたい。応援よろしくお願いしますとのことです。
セガサミールックス現在7位。シンクロが今回とても高評価です。ありがとうをテーマに作品を作るっていうのは難しいですね。
難しいですよね。体でありがとうを表現するということは、
はい、
もうキャンドゥさんいらっしゃいますからね。どんなありがとうが見れるのかめちゃくちゃ楽しみでございます。
ルックスらしさが飛び出すこの作品、どのようなありがとうを見せてくれるのか。
With a clap.
Round 3, Block 5, third match.
Always check my volume.
Green versus Sega Sammy
With a little
Block.
flower that just folds to and fro.
KD 魂を胸にさらなる高みへ舞い上がるこのチームの登場。劣化のごとく走り行き、鳳凰のように舞い上がる。極限のスピードと魂が交差し今宵、伝説の走り屋集団遠翼グレンが夜を去る。常に新しいものを提示し進化する KD のパフォーマンスご期待ください。それでは紹介します。角川 Dreams
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kadokawa Dreams.
Ready. Ooh. Woo! That was cool. Oh look, there's Kello. Part of me wants to call him Kellogg's because of how it phonetically sounds, the first part of that, right? Okay. We got a crumper. A little crumping moment out of it. Nice. Hey. That's you. That pull is nice. I like this track itself. Hey! That was cool! A little tired. That was fun. Oh. Hello? Nice usage of attire to help on levels for that too. Oh look, Kello's here. Speed change, reverse it. Let's go. Wah! How fun. Oh, come on now. A little smile was fun. Nice. Range was a smidgen off on the tail end of that. Thank you!
Thank you, Kadokawa Dreams.
It was fun.
角川クレームそのまんまレーサーの超絶テクニック。
めちゃめちゃスピーディーでしたね。構成も
Very fast. So they showed variety of style.
そのまんまもうレーサーの
Right?
衣装も
Kello's
タイヤもありましたね。
strong ace. I think anytime Kello's an ace, he tends to always be a contender for most valuable dancer.
またあの日のスイープ勝利の経験を蘇らせたいところ、ありがとうをテーマにルークスらしさでキャンドゥさんもスイッチ万端見てまいりましょう。後半戦セガサミールクスの作品です。
参りましょう。Round 3 Block 5 Third Match Second Performance.
Let's go.
圧倒的存在感とカリスマ性を見せるこのチームの登場だ。テーマはありがとう、感謝の光。たった一つのありがとうが世界を変える。セガサミルクスからありったけの感謝の気持ちを込めて今宵の賞を贈ります。数えきれないほど増えた仲間、応援くれるたくさんのルーメン、すべての人々に勝利を捧げるためにこのパフォーマンスお見逃しなく。それでは行きましょう。セガサミルクス。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sega Sammy Lux.
Okay. It's so fun. It feels like it's like very Hammer time. Calico Dreams, this is a message for you. Wow. How humorous. I can get with this dance. Stop it. Oh, it's so funny. Thank you. Wow. Oh, how fun. Ah, okay. If they don't count the range on the Kanakawa side, I can see Kanakawa take synchro. I mean, that was not too bad. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna get scored. I am living for it. They all got the... Arigato! Wow! Gosh, why is this so fun? It's so fun! They're gonna get a thank you! I bet he enjoyed that. That was a great one. Wow, that was so funny. Oh man. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, I hope the audience votes for that. That was a whole hoot and a half. Goodness gracious. Time to judge. Okay. Wow. So Sega like really kept to like the old school hip hop side. Valuance did more of an old school popping with, you know, but they hybrid it with breaking, and they didn't take that category. Oh man. I don't know if we're diving into, you know, my hypothesis is we're diving more into focusing on one style and like finding variance within it, they had more complexity. Katakawa did, right?
そしてこの衣装をこうやって口元を覆うっていうのは結構苦しいですね。苦しいですし、周り見えないんで構成に入りづらかったりするんです。
There's a couple of disconnects, at least for me, and it could just be I'm not familiar with the synopsis of this routine. But that was really cool and high risk. Whenever we had our features, it was like, okay, we're going to show up and show out in our feature, but it didn't feel coherent to what we were doing as a group, right? God, this routine is so funny. Wow. I love it. This thank you is so good. This part. Thank you! God, that's probably one of my favorite parts I think I've seen. Oh, man. Guys, I don't even know how to vote on this one. This routine was just so... Lord knows. Because I don't... Everything... How this is being judged today in this round, because I'm just, like, second-guessing everything I'm thinking. Katakawa... I mean, I will just go over, like, observations. Katakawa had more complexity. Choreographically, both framed pretty well within the respective styles they chose to show. For audience, I mean, it just depends. For me, if I was in the space, I would vote for Sega Sammy here, even though Katakawa's near and dear because of Satsuki putting us on D.League, right? But, oh man. For Ace, Kello is a favorite for sure, which we love. Kello had great complexity, but what we brought in, Kello was able to establish in the beginning, sure. I really like the Sega Sammy Ace. And for Synchro, it depends on when the Synchro stopped on Katakawa. Will determine if they get it or not. So, okay, let's go find out who won this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see Katakawa win, but like, okay. 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 Man, I freaking love a Kello Ace. So even though Sega got audience, Katakawa took all the other categories. Like, not that surprised by this, especially on the synchro side. Like, I was just curious, but it wasn't like a clean wash, really. That was a very fascinating routine Sega chose to bring today. Wow. It's just so complex. Goodness. Okay, so what I'm leaning in, I mean, we're already third match in on this. We only got one more match. Think I figured out on the technique side, we're looking at complexity. Complexity of the content itself, not just the styles represented. Like, how difficult can you make that mess? And of course, creative, right? Okay. Man. Okay. So let's go ahead and go on to match number 4.
Coming up on stage. On the blue corner.
DYM versus Change. Ready.
The ace performer,
K-Trick. Hello. Takuya. Can he see as he's walking? I am curious about that. Yushin. Takuto. Umi. Yoshiki. Ooh. Tanomichi? Okay. Cryo. Fun. Brr.
メッセンジャーズラウンド3のメンバーはこちら。
Okay, so they're going with no special performers in this one.
そんなケイトリーヌさんからは体の限りを尽くす魂の踊り見てくださいという言葉をいただきま
Outfits
し
are
た。
fun.
元と共鳴し細胞から体全体へと溢れ出す。その踊りは人から人へと伝わり受け継がれ進化し、そのループは過去も未来も変わらない。磨き続けるメッセンジャーズのスピリットをお届けしますとのことです。
DYM メッセンジャーズ現在6位、圧倒的なテクニックを持つこのチーム、今回はメンズのみのチーム構成となっています。セカンドマッチではテクニックだけではなくコレオとシンクロでも高評価を得たんですね。そしてですね、
はい、
どうぞ。
DYM ならではのオリジナルムーブが僕大好きなんで、そんなところも注目して見ていきたいなと思いますね。
音楽性と個性が非常にあふれるこのチーム、エースのケイトリックさんはですね、サイファーラウンドでセカンド、デュオで1位取ってます。非常に強い。
Ah, I remember they did really well in Cypher, so I'm excited to see that. JWM normally does very well in Cypher round.
Change Raptures.
Aki.
初陣でとにかく緊張してますが、何も恐れず全力で楽しみます。人間味を失うほどのアイソレーションで踊ります。
Tanuki.
身体能力、培ってきたタヌキ流の表現力を存分に発揮します。
Really close to the camera.
一人一人の
Nay, nay. Let's go. Nay, nay. Love it. Haruto.
フィジカルでパワー出します。
Lin.
独特なラプチャーズの動きに注目です。 今シーズ
Eton.
ン初出場なので必ず勝利したいです。
Shigetora.
足の強さや作品の大
I don't recognize any of them, and I think that's just shout out to the makeup for that. That's cool. Oh, that's right. I remember Change Raptures. They done changed. Of course, they changed their song. They finished with the gong at the end, but it is. Yeah, it's pretty dense of a dance now. It's not the claw sway one anymore.
ラプターズに新しい風を吹かせるエースを披露しますという言葉をいただきました。細部まで奇妙にうごめくボディーコントロールで荒破りのヒップホップが姿を現します。動かしたばかりの本能で皆さんの記憶に残るメッセージをお届けしますとのことです。
7, 8.
チェンジラプチャーズ2連勝で現在2位です。すべての項目非常に高い評価を受けているこ
Like, come on
の
now.
チーム、小物を使いながらテーマ性を持った作品を放ち続けています。今回
That's a workout. That's a workout.
ラプチャーズのボディコントロール大好きなんで、ボディコントロール配信の方もぜひ目を凝らしてみてほしいなと思いますね。
はい、
Oh, that part. Okay, we can do that part.
初登場にして初エース、新スター誕生なるか。
Ready.
Round 3, Block 5, 4th match. DYM Messengers
Versus Change Raptures. Here we are.
実力を提示するストリートの VIP たちの登場。音と共鳴し、細胞から体全体へと溢れ出す。その踊りは人から人へ伝わり、受け継がれ、そして進化する。メッセンジャーズが持つ共通の価値観や信念、ライフスタイルなどの文化的背景と強い絆、トライブ感改めて提示する。それぞれの構成、全てが重なり合った独自の空気感、感じてください。紹介します。DYM メッセンジャーズ。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. DYM Messengers.
Ooh, that was fun. Oh, wow. That was gorgeous. Oh, we got back in there fast. Look at that. Oh, wait, no. They're still out on the side. Nice. Oh, nice. Wow, that was fun. Here we go. We're gonna do ace now? Yeah. Yeah. Elevates what he established in the beginning. Yes! Oh my god. God, that was the most full out heel dig, galloping heel dig I think I've seen in a hot minute. Oh my god. Yes. This house is housing. Yes. I'm on hi-hats. Oh, synchro? Oh, that. God, that was so risky. The risk taking in this round, I really commend. Wow! Wow, DYM! Thank you! That synchro is insane work. Wow, the music was still going because he has this little sound and there wasn't nothing helping them out for that except for like maybe 2 sounds. Wow. That was wild work. Goodness. Tough Gummy sponsor. We're sponsored by the Tough Gummies.
さることながら D.League の戦い方というものも素晴らしい。それに対するチェンジラプチャーズ本日最後のパフォーマンスです。
2連勝してるんで波に乗ってますねこれは。
これを奪つことができるか、殻を破るか。
Wow. God, I really like that routine from DYM. It built so beautifully. God, that phrase, God, the choreography structure was so good. Oh, so good.
これあなたへのメッセージです。浮かしたばかりの本能で皆さんの記憶に残るメッセージをお届けします。小さな羽を持つ者の殻を破る瞬間の物語。お聞きください。紹介します。Change Raptures!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change Raptures. これはあらゆる電子バトの話です。
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, they're like little birdies. Oh, I don't know if I would want to hang out with these birds. That is creepy. Nice. That's cute. Oh my god. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. So interesting. Thank you! So interesting. I love that they all like get close so they can actually see from the side. I love stuff like that. Side note, what D.League should do, since they have literally all the other teams there, set up a reaction cam. Boom. And then release those. Like this team, like they're reacting to, you know, like highlights. You know what I mean? That would be a really good content that I think people would eat up. As somebody who does review reactions myself, I know a lot of people really like the look on my face when I look at stuff. So I'm just saying, it's just a thought. Okay. Technique, I would lean to DYM. Choreography, that's a toss-up. If we're going down to a synopsis, because that's what part of me thinks, like, if we're going to sit there and create a whole bumper talking about what the whole point of the dance is about, which I think is what they do, then surely we have to justify it in some category. So I would think that that would be in the choreography sense, because it's how you choose to frame the technique that you're choosing to bring or what style you're choosing to bring. God, this whole thing was gross. I loved it. Wow, DYM, like that, come on. And then the ace, for me, gave a really good elevation on what was already established in technique, right? So we already saw the flexing moment out of that, but look, the creative threading out of it, the toss down, this. Risky. I don't know. On the synchro side. They risked it because the music, there wasn't a lot to work off of. However, they had really cool complexity. They took a safer route on their music, but they were clean. They were clean. So I can see choreography potentially go to change raptures because of this concept. It was so interesting. It also kind of looks like, I don't know. It's either this what is it, the saran wrap? Was like, okay, we're in a hybrid world where because we've polluted it and we've littered so much that now our birds can't have regular shells. They have to be a shell through saran wrap, or that's what the image is that. See, I'm just such a toss-up. I'm going to lean technique for DYM. Choreography, I can lean to change raptures. Ace, love DYM, so I'm going to go DYM for that. I would even have him up to bat for most valuable dancer, but my God says Kello's going to get that because he was ace this round, and he won it. I would say for synchro, that's a genuine toss-up. That is a genuine toss-up. Okay. I mean, it's about to go, so let's find out who wins. I wasn't expecting it to be all that, but look at him go. That ace was acing. Oh, yeah. Wow, so they got choreography. Okay.
69.9 ポイント、非常に高ポイント。
Yep. So choreography, I guess. What's the category of the round that I don't have a freaking clue what they're justifying. Choreography, for sure, of this particular block. I don't feel like I got that right not one time, or maybe I did and I was just lucky. Technique though, DYM getting that makes God, that was wild work. Man, but Change Raptures, I really like the idea that they went with though. It was cool. Wow. DYM shut him out on technique, which I'm not surprised on, and that's the whole kicker in all this too, is that we're going off of the scopes and what our judges are familiar with in regards to technique. So that's another area where I touched on this thing, especially last round, about the Benefit 1 round or matchup, because a lot of strife, political strife, right? Like people having really emotionally charged perspectives about it, which you're allowed to have for sure. You can alleviate a lot of that if there's more transparency and in like what framework we're operating in your rules. Like, what is technique? And if we're saying any technique goes, I would highly advise us to refine that as quickly as possible. You can have whatever technique presented. However, what gets measured in the competitive landscape of technique are these things. Because when you switch out your judges, you're also switching out the scopes and the expectations of what they know and what they don't know. And then it's kind of a guessing game on how far out do our teams know who the judges are, and do they have to calibrate their routines to their judges? Should it be that way? No. It should be, here's the criteria, regardless of who's sitting in that seat. This is how it's going to get measured. It's just going to be way easier to audit and way easier to refine doing it that way than having to go off of just, well, based on my trained experience on these styles, this is how I think this category should be run. It shouldn't work like that, personally. And that could be a hot take or whatever, and that's life. That's fine. But all in all, though, I really liked the rounds. Like, I really love the performances. It does get hard, though, whenever we don't have any sense of transparency or clarity in how are these things getting measured, because then it just kind of feels like we're relying too much on audience to make the decision when it shouldn't be that way. You don't put the responsibility solely on your audience, because you have a completely different threshold of issues that come up with that, right? Regardless of how level-headed your audience is, that's not their job to be a judge. I mean, they are technically here, but a lot of them are there to support their favorite team, and they're allowed that liberty. So that's probably going to be something I touch on pretty much every round, and that's fine until we have more clarity. And I hope that I have the privilege of learning more in the future. We'll see. It is what it is, though. What was your favorite match? What was your favorite routine of the round, both Vibe and Hype? For me, I love that DYM set, and I love that Koze 8 Rock set to no end. That song, the whole thing was filthy. So those would be my two standouts. And I would say, what's the best moment? Benefit 1 taking a win. And no shade to Scream. I'm looking forward to seeing Scream grow. And they had a very successful first round too. So they had some encouragement out the gate. So if anything, we're going to be able to see them, bounce back and be able to create some cool stuff. And Quant's getting a win in this round. I was surprised, but hey, more power to them. We love it. We stan it. Almost forgot. Most valuable dancer. I think it's going to be either Kello. I love the DYM dancer as well. So let's find out.
モーストバリアブルダンサー、通称 MVD を発表いたしましょう。この MVD はラウンドごとにチームの勝敗に関わらず素晴らしい活躍を見せた D リーガーに贈られる賞となっております。それでは早速発表いたしましょう。第生命 D リーグ2526ラウンド3ブロック5 MVD に輝いたのはこの D リーガー。
Okay. No, his ace round was filthy. Yeah! Love it. Come on. Come on. Sweet. At least I got most valuable dancer right. Normally I don't. It's kind of fun. I love it. I love my bingo. I mean, I didn't win on that either. So it was just a losing streak for me. But that's okay. I'm trying not to invest too much into it. You guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.